What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Draft Alps for another draft snack. A quick draft to hold you over until the next full draft serving.
That's right. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Benjamin.
Today we are drafting bummers.
Yes, we're going to draft things that are a total bummer, but we promise this draft will not be a bummer itself. But before we can get to the draft, we have to roll for the glory of choice. Dylan, you got that dice.
All right, here we go. Rolling. 20.
Damn, son. A heavy 20.
Yeah. I felt how heavy it was. Oh.
It's rocking back and
9.
forth, and it's a 9.
We established in our last conversation, y'all didn't hear, that the dot under the letter or number means that's what that number is. So this is a 9 because the dot is underneath the 9.
Yeah, well, the dot's under the 6s and the 9s, but it's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was confusing.
We figured it out.
Yeah. So
we got it done.
Bummers, we're not doing big bummers. Well, we're not. Let me correct myself. We're not doing things that are bigger than bummers. Okay. We're doing bummers. We're just not doing, we're not turning a travesty into a bummer.
Yeah. Like some people might say, oh, the biggest bummer is racism. Yeah. But you know what? That's actually not right. It's worse than a bummer.
Oh, yeah.
That's a straight up travesty. So lighter.
We're keeping
lighter
light.
Things than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Light.
Dylan, you got the first round, son. Can you get that big bummer off your back?
I think I can. I'm ready. Round 1. Oh, look at that.
We need to get you on some guitar riffs for these.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to do some bluesy riffs, and we'll get those as our transitions.
They got to be shorter than that. That's like 17 seconds.
Yeah, we'll get something.
Boom, boom, boom. Round 1.
Yeah, although that does sound good. It does sound really good.
Which one? The one that we have?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't, but I mean something a little more concise would be nice.
We'll get something. We'll record something.
Anyways, first pick, big bummer.
Man, I'm trying to think of, I've got a big list here, and I think one of the biggest bummers is when you go to the grocery store and, you got shit to do, so you can't, your schedule's packed. You go to the store and you fucking forget to buy something, or you buy something and somehow leave it at the store. So, and then you get home and you're like, oh, I'm going to cook this delicious meal. And then you can't. Or, dude, I've been to Home Depot now on several occasions where somehow, I bought a hard hat one day and on a different day I bought goggles. Those fuckers did not make it home with me. I don't know what the hell happened. So
that sucks.
I know. And, those are really inexpensive things. So it wasn't a huge, I guess, hit to the pocketbook, but it was definitely a bummer. And the food is a bummer too, because then it's like, do I go back out to the store or do I just make something less delicious for myself?
Forgetting something at the grocery store is definitely a bummer.
It's a bummer.
That's a fucking bummer, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess forgetting something at the store is a huge, it's a bummer, man.
Ooh.
Have you ever forgotten something at the store?
Man, I have gone to the store and forgotten things a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm out of peanut butter. I need to get peanut butter. And then you get peanut butter. Get home, it's like, dang it, I needed some peanut butter.
Yeah, you pick up some other shit instead. Oh, I'll get this cider. That's going to be delicious. I'll get some popcorn. No peanut butter.
No freaking peanut butter.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pretty good first pick, dude.
I think so. I was trying to think of what's inconvenient that ends up being a bummer,
Dude, okay, so I got a bummer for you.
All right.
And I feel like I need to kind of write it. I haven't written anything down. I'm just going off the cuff with, man, what's a bummer? So when you pay off a bill, and you're like, oh yes, this bill's good. But then a couple months later, you get something back from them and you owe some really small, minute amount. And you're like, dang, I thought I had that bill taken care of.
Yeah.
But then it's like somehow you've missed that little bit. and it comes back to you and you're like, damn it, that is such a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Thought that thing was gone.
Yeah.
The recurring bill.
Yeah. That is a bummer. That happened to me. I paid off this past year. I paid off a student loan. Felt great. It was like a $3,000 loan. Paid that fucker off. And then, I get a notice from them. It's like, you still owe us money. There's $1.89 left somehow. I think it was like interest that hadn't accrued yet or something.
Yeah.
From the last cycle. So that was the most bummer. It really took the wind out of my sails.
Dude, almost something similar. I was going to physical therapy, paid off a pretty substantially sized bill. And then I was like, oh, sweet, I'm done with this. Didn't think about it. I mean, I'll be honest. I try not to get too hung up on my mail just because so much junk gets sent.
Oh, yeah.
And so normally I'll just look through it real quick. Well, something slipped through my eye because it just didn't look normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple months later, I get something similar and it's urgent on the front of it. I'm like, huh. And I open it up and I had a $4 interest charge. And I was like, what the fuck? And it had kept compounding.
Oh, no.
Every month. So by this point, it had gone from $4 to $28. And I was like, what the hell? And then you can't pay online. They don't have an online payment system.
So you have to mail in a check?
Yes, you have to mail in something or you have to go into their office. And their office is in Bellevue. I was like, man, I'm not driving. What's going on here?
Dude, it's
fucked. All a bummer.
That's so shitty. That's a bummer.
Shit's a bummer, dude.
That's an entirely different bummer too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's that. I was just thinking of something. Okay. That's a bummer.
Dude, bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to do the first round. You got when you forget something at a grocery store. I got the recurring paid off bill. Yeah. For round 2, I feel like the food stuff, you got to have one bummer that has to do with food.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Food's so important.
You forgetting something at the grocery store is total bummer. When you want to make something and you don't have all the ingredients, not because you didn't forget it at the store, but because you thought you had it all. You were at work. Mm-hmm. You thought, damn, I want to make this for dinner.
Yeah.
You get home. Dang it. I didn't even think to stop at the store because I thought I had all this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have all the ingredients. Or you're thinking ooh, I'm going to make some PB&J. Boom. Damn it, I don't have any peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Not having all the ingredients for something, that shit's a bummer.
Yeah, that is a huge bummer. Oh, yeah. I mean, because what if you have, pasta shells, but no sauce, right? I guess you could make a makeshift olive oil, concoction if you got olive oil laying around. But let's be real, folks. The nudes aren't gonna be as spicy.
Exactly.
Without the sauce. Okay. God, that does suck. Or when you want to bake something and you're missing sugar.
Right.
Or flour. Oh. Bummer.
You want to grill something, but you don't have any charcoals.
Oh.
God damn it. This is such a bummer.
Such a bummer.
Or you don't have any propane in your tank or however you grill.
Oh, definitely the propane would be a huge bummer. I feel like anytime I go to an Airbnb and they're like, yep, we got a grill, but it's propane. And, it's always empty. Always. Probably because everyone, feels the empty propane tank and they're like, wow, what a bummer. And they don't refill it. Bummer.
Such a bummer.
All right. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Man, your bill thing made me think of another type of bummer, but I'm like, do I want to just go in a different direction and get a fresh bummer? I think I will. How about when geez, I feel like, no, I gotta talk about this because this is a bummer. Is when, your bill thing made me think what about when you want to purchase something, but there's not a convenient method to purchase it?
Bro, yes. Okay. Online shopping has made purchasing some things incredibly difficult.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah. Well, what if there's, like you said, there's not a way to purchase it online, right? Or what if I used to have to in college, in college and actually through the first or second place I rented, or even third, through the third place I rented in Seattle. So that's 7 or 8 different places that I've been through that I'm thinking of. I had to pay by check, like the rent.
Damn.
By check, and some of the utilities, because online payment just wasn't an option. So I never balanced my checkbook. So my finances were a nightmare until online became, like, fully online became realized,
Yeah.
Because checks are hard because you don't know when they're going to cash that fucker.
Right.
So I'd always keep, like a bunch of money in my checking account. Now these days, I don't know, I keep like $150 in there. I don't keep a lot in my checking.
Right.
So, or when you show up to a place and you want to purchase something, they don't have Venmo, they don't use credit cards, it's cash only. You ever gone out to dinner and and you don't know it's cash only, but then it's cash only, and then one of you has to run to the ATM?
Damn.
Like, what the fuck?
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's happened multiple times.
Damn. Where are you going to eat where they only take cash?
There's this place in U District that I want to say it's Thai. Very good. Very small. Like, not even the size of our little studio space. Probably the size of our little studio space right here.
I'd be like, chump, start charging $1 extra for your transaction fees and take a card. God damn it. Get an iPad.
Seriously.
Get an iPad with a card scanner. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's 2022.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking carries cash.
Well, and also, I mean, it's a student, like, it's in the student district, with all the university students. What university student has cash on them? I rarely had cash on me in college. These days I keep, a little bit of cash on me, but not too much. But enough where if I want to get Thai, I'm not going to the ATM. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Difficulty purchasing things is definitely a bummer. Football started, and I needed to get cleats. Because, I haven't played football in years. Don't have cleats of my own. I'm going to be coaching out there, running with all the backs and receivers. Need to have some cleats.
That's right.
There aren't any, like, big box sporting stores anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Sports Authority's gone. All the spots that I knew in Spokane were kind of like homegrown. The only places you can go are Dick's Sporting Goods and Big Five.
And it's inconvenient to go there.
Well, and Big Five is like nothing against Big Five, but that's definitely like your cheap store. Like you're not going to get like the greatest quality like stuff there. And then at Dick's, their supply is just so limited. It's not like it was way back in the day before online. And when you go to Dick's, it's frustrating because they're just like, oh, check online, order stuff online. Everyone wants you to order stuff online. But sometimes you want that, like, I want that product right now. I don't want to wait for Nike. Like, if you order it through Nike, which is going to be the fastest distributor for those those shoes, it's like, oh, well, I don't want to wait 2 weeks for that,
Right.
But you have no choice, and that's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Like, we used to be able to just go get anything whenever, just get there. That was the beauty of getting your driver's license. Like, oh, I can go where I want, when I want, and get what I want.
Yep.
Why did we get so fucking lazy that we didn't want to drive ourselves places? Like, driving places isn't bad.
No.
It's nice to get out the house and go for a drive to go pick something up.
It can be. As long as, like, I battled traffic for, like, 40 minutes to get to U Village from Beacon Hill. That was kind of a bummer. That's a different type of bummer.
Yeah.
But if you're just going in your neighborhood, absolutely, 100%. I wish we had more like mom and pop style shops. I know bookstores, mom and pop shops have been popping up.
Yeah.
Which is really good. So maybe the shoes and other sorts of accessories, right? We can get more small business style retail.
Yeah, it's got to be some like sporting good shit. There's plenty of shoe stores, like sneaker stores, but all right, first 2 rounds. Dude, we got some pretty stacked teams here.
We do.
Pretty stacked teams, all right. Our ad today is more of a, what would you call this?
Didn't you call it a Friday bummer?
I mean, it's a recount of a Bummer Friday.
Oh, yeah, it's a recount. It's like a tale.
Tale of a Bummer Friday.
Yeah.
Enjoy this for halftime, y'all.
Thank God it's Friday. Heading home from school, I realized I need a drink. Sixth period had been rough. One of my students, little Jimmy, saw a satanic ritual on TikTok and decided to copy it. While the rest of the class was busy debating the pros and cons of women working in Japanese silk factories, he drew a pentagram on the floor and stuck a pencil up his nose. Upon inspection, I was afraid to dislodge the pencil. It was in there pretty good. Try explaining that scenario to parents and paramedics on a Friday evening. So anyway, I stopped by my usual haunt, a little convenience store where a box of mac and cheese might be 2 or 3 times more expensive than the grocery store. It's also usually expired, but does that really matter when you're making mac and cheese? I took a good hard look at the beer fridge. Maybe I'll try something new, I thought. I can live dangerously. So I grabbed a Sierra Nevada Extra IPA 6-pack. There's never a line in this convenience store. In fact, I've never seen another person in it. A super awkward Chinese family runs the store. They exchange shifts. The mom and dad are usually watching some TV show when they're from their home country. The person on deck today was the father. With great care and hesitation, he managed to make his way to the counter. I wasn't really paying attention and started daydreaming. Hey, he's pretty clean cut. In fact, he's almost handsome. Oh, they're those Rhino 33 erection pills. Should I try those out this time? I wonder if they could improve my sex life. I always was curious about those knockoff Viagras. They look like horse pills you have to stick up your ass. Hey, does anyone buy these? I asked. The father looked offended and harshly replied, People buy! Card, please! I handed him my credit card to make the purchase, but as I did, our fingers touched ever so slightly. Wow, his hands are rough. Wait, oh shit, does he think I'm gay now? I mean, I for sure was just checking him out, but Jesus, I hope he doesn't think I'm gay. Hold on, what if he's secretly gay? Will he hit on me in the future? Will we? $11.99, the father said. Here's your card. As he very purposefully placed the credit card in front of me. He clearly did not want to accidentally touch my hand again. Man, I bet things are going to be super awkward from now on. And they were. I went home to drink my beer and forget all about that fateful Friday afternoon. The end.
That was such a bummer, dude. Oh.
That was a huge bummer.
Such a huge bummer.
Yeah, when your hands accidentally touch, huge bummer. Huge bummer.
How has it been since then?
Not so bad, actually. It's still pretty awkward, but just as awkward as it was before the hand touch. And, yeah.
Everyone's really wondering if the erection pills work. Did you try them?
No. Well,
no, they don't work, or no, you didn't try them?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I did not try them because TMI, I do not have an issue achieving erection yet in my life. Maybe I will eventually when I'm older. I don't need them yet. But
if you don't need them and you take it, does it like blow the top off?
Oh my God, like a gusher. That is
not
awful.
even like a gusher. Like imagine those old guns.
Oh my
or like
God.
in an old cartoon with the gun, it's like, and the ends of the barrel all curl out.
Wow.
Just blows out the top.
I did research on these because I could not believe that maybe I insulted him by asking like if people actually buy them, but they're right there. The first thing you see when you approach the counter are these fucking erection pills. So it's hard not to look at them. And I looked them up, and these things can cause heart attacks, dude. They're also big. They look like, what are those things you put up your ass, like suppositories or whatever?
Yep, that's exactly what it is, a suppository.
Oh, are you supposed to put it up your ass?
A suppository.
Oh, well, these pills are huge. So,
I mean, what if maybe you do put those erection pills up your ass? It's a bunch of nerve endings in your ass.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe that's why it's so big. Maybe that's why dudes have heart attacks, because they try to eat those things.
And they should just put it up
just stuck it up their ass.
But then it will go straight to your bloodstream if you put it up your ass. So that could be dangerous, actually.
But it's right down there next to your balls. Right down there next to everything.
That's definitely how human anatomy works.
And that's definitely how you blow the top off your dick. Wow, what a tangent. Okay. It's third round. It's third round.
Round 3.
That's right. Well, I better get this party started. Or should I tell the teams?
Yeah, go for it.
I've got forgetting something at the store and difficulty purchasing things. And then you've got the recurring paid off bill and make something. If you're making something at home and you don't have all the ingredients. God, what a bummer.
Yeah, such a bummer.
Okay. So I'm going to take favorite musician comes out with lackluster album.
Just a shitty, the hype for a good album, and then it's just balls.
Yeah. So this has happened to me twice now with the same artist. So I really enjoy the music Courtney Barnett used to make. She put out an awesome EP and then an awesome album. And this was back in 2015 when I started listening to her. She really influenced my music. Total rock star. And her music was really upbeat, but melancholy at the same time, if that makes sense, and funny, and just rocking. And her last two albums, dude, they've been bummers. They're just kind of melancholy. Just, I don't know if she changed like backing musicians or just the way she writes. Her music's just boring now. And Courtney Barnett, if you hear this, I'm sorry. I just, I'm going to be honest, though. Your music has been boring for the last two albums. 3 if you count the one you did with Kurt Vile. So, and that's a bummer, too, because I like Kurt Vile, and he always puts out good albums. So, Courtney Barnett, what's going on, man? Why, what do you need in your life to put out a more interesting album? What a bummer. What a bummer.
Bummers.
Yeah.
Disappointing anticipated albums.
You have a disappointing anticipated album?
Every little, there's a point where you just stop listening because it's like, oh, this is still trash. Still trash. It's still trash. Like Lil Wayne was just a rising star. Carter 3 was like just cosmic level.
Mm-hmm.
And everything after that was just bad.
Yeah.
Then it fall off and it's like, I like the old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Didn't he come out with a new Carter album like a couple years ago?
Who cares?
Oh, you got psyched for it though.
No way. I haven't listened to new Lil Wayne in a long time.
Oh man, I remember you being psyched.
Maybe I was psyched that I found that vinyl.
Okay.
I did find an older vinyl.
Oh, there you go.
And that was when we were in grad school.
That's cool.
When I was getting all that stuff.
I just remember we had a conversation.
Dude, that might have, I might have listened to an album that dropped.
Yeah.
And I might have been hyped. But I can tell you right now in 2022, don't listen to anything.
Damn.
So that was
it was probably a bummer.
Definitely a bummer. A lot of his newer stuff's a bummer.
Like, how about that? I remember he gave an interview. He's like, yeah, I'm going to play guitar on my next album.
That's a bummer. Like, stop it.
Dude, you don't need to. I mean, you can play guitar, but like if you're not historically a guitarist, I'm not saying don't do it, but Lil Wayne, think carefully about your decisions and be humble.
Yeah, just stop it.
As Kendrick Lamar says, bitch, be humble.
No kidding.
Yeah. Bummer. Kendrick Lamar's album, definitely. New album was not a bummer. You're not a Kendrick Lamar guy, are you?
I like Kendrick Lamar.
You do? Have you heard it?
Not what's his new album called?
Oh, Mr. Morale and something.
No,
The name's too long. I can't remember it.
I haven't heard that one or the new Drake one.
Oh. You know, I've heard one Drake album because my students, they're like, Mr. Moore, oh, crap. Did you timestamp that?
Damn it.
No!
All right.
Thank you. So, Drake, I've listened to one album. My students insisted I listen to, and I liked it. But I find Drake to be entirely unlikable. So, you know, as a person. So
He's like a privileged Lil Wayne.
yeah.
Garth Brooks is a disappointment too. He had bangers in the 90s, and then everything since then is just like, oh, that's a disappointment. Just stop it.
That's sad. I wonder who else is a disappointment.
Too many.
You know what? My favorite musician's sort of a disappointment. Bruce Springsteen. I love Bruce Springsteen, but everything. Okay. Yo, people, you might hate on me for this. I've listened to every Bruce record. I love Bruce. Everything after Born in the USA is kind of a bummer, though.
Damn.
It's just not like he came out with a recent album that was really good because there was like 5 amazing songs off of it. You know when he wrote those songs? During his heyday of songwriting before Born in the USA.
Damn.
But when he was in his 20s and 30s, and that's why they're good. You know, I guess at some point you just stop being a good songwriter, maybe.
You just become a bummer.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. My third round pick is going to be going through a heat wave without AC.
Oh.
That's a bummer. It's a bummer. You look at the weather forecast and you see like, oh, shit. It's about to be 98 degrees, and it's going to be 88 degrees at night. Oh, my God. Like the sign shows anything over like 66 degrees in the evening makes it harder to sleep.
Yeah.
In heat compounds like trouble sleeping. So I don't know. Not having AC, that is just such a fucking bummer.
It's a huge bummer.
You can't escape the heat.
No.
Engulfs you. Yuck.
When's the last time you went without AC during a heat wave? That was a funny sound.
I don't know, dude. When there's a heat wave coming, I try to flee.
Yeah.
Find the AC. I mean, a couple of years ago, obviously, I didn't have AC in my house, like before we put it in.
But we didn't really have bad heat waves in Seattle historically until the heat dome.
Yeah, and by then
You had the AC.
By then I put the AC in.
Yeah. And you were chill.
I was chill. Everyone else was like, I gotta leave town to go rent a room somewhere that has AC, or trying to seek refuge at this pool. That was what Dustin said. I gotta go live in this pool. It's like, well, I'm just gonna sit in my living room and enjoy 67 degrees of cool weather. It's like 100 degrees outside, and I was literally chilling. At one point it was like 72 degrees, and I was like, damn, it's so hot that my AC can only keep up to like 72. Only 72.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Keeping it cool. But hey, without that, the rest of the world, it's not bummers for me. It's bummers for everyone.
Yeah.
I know that if you don't have AC and you're in a heat wave, that's a bummer.
Dude, India got baked this season.
Damn.
They got baked. You hear about that?
Dude, I didn't even know weed was legal.
Oh, I mean like hot.
Oh, hot. Yeah.
Like 40 to 50 degrees Celsius
Jesus.
in India.
That's fucking hot.
Dude.
And it's like humid as hell over there.
Yeah.
Whew, that's like an armpit.
Like combined with humidity, that's near unlivable levels.
It's like permanent sweaty cotton crotch.
Oh, God. That's
Yeah.
awful. Bring out the linen.
Is it? At that point, just get naked.
Yeah.
Ugh, yikes. Okay. That was going to be my last pick, which is sweaty cotton underwear.
Is really?
That was going to be.
Not anymore?
No, because I'm really surprised it hasn't been taken, and really it could have been a first-round pick. Because this is a bummer for anyone. Like, it's definitely annoying as hell. It's something that most people encounter. I'm talking about unexpected traffic. Especially, you're going somewhere and you do, like, I'm really want to highlight the unexpected. If you hit traffic on your way to work, but you drive during a rush hour, like, yeah, that's a bummer, but you know it's coming. But when you're driving somewhere, it's a Saturday, and you're out just having a good time, and then all of a sudden you're sitting in traffic, dude, that is a bummer.
It's a huge bummer.
Like, it's Saturday. Why am I in traffic?
It's Saturday. It's 11 a.m. Why is I-5 backed up bumper to bumper?
This is ridiculous.
Why?
You're in California. You're driving in LA at like 11:30 at night, and you hit traffic at 11:30 at night.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like straight up standstill on the freeway with tons of people. That's a bummer. And we're not by Staples yet. We're not by Staples Center or anything. Nothing significant. Just back up.
That's nuts. There's an argument for mass transit there somewhere. You know? Huge bummer.
Such a bummer.
Yeah. Hate it.
Can't get over it. Traffic
is maddening. It is like just knowing that I could leave my house and potentially hit traffic on any time on the weekend prevents me from leaving my house and leaving Beacon Hill. Because I'm like, I don't want to hit traffic.
That's a travesty.
That's awful.
It's like that's the thing that keeps you from going and exploring the world is the prospect of hitting unexpected traffic.
Yes.
That's how much of a bummer that is. It ruins parts of your life, or it influences parts of your life.
Yeah, it prevents me from going and doing. I'll say this: if I really want to go somewhere, I'll just go there.
Right.
But it does, it takes away some of the spontaneity of getting out in a car because it takes away the freedom a car offers.
Right.
Just hitting traffic.
It's like if you want to go downtown, you really have to put effort into thinking like, okay, I'm going to go downtown because you're probably going to want to ride the light rail. You're not going to want to drive.
Right.
Driving through downtown is just, it's almost a non-starter. Trying to find parking anytime, whether it's during the week or on the weekend.
Parking sucks.
And you paying for it, that's even more of a bummer.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's a time commitment if you want to take transit.
Yep. It's going to be like 30 minutes, right? 40 minutes.
And then if you drive a car, sometimes you might go in like two spots and be like, you know what? Not feeling the vibe. I actually kind of want to dip.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the spot. But if you go through all the hassle of riding the light rail down there and you get down, you're not going to go to two spots and be like, well, shit, I kind of want to leave.
No.
I'd be like, damn it. I spent $7 to get down here.
Yeah.
Barely done anything. Need to make the most of it.
The parking situation, if you can get street parking, right now street parking's still cheap, but that's the problem, is I usually have to street park in Belltown if I want to go downtown. Like, I'm talking about starting at Cinerama, because before you hit Cinerama, when you're in downtown proper, there's no parking. There's none, unless you want to pay one of those parking lots $20 an hour to park.
Yeah, and it seems like every year and a half, 2 years, a new like sky-high condo building pops up. So then there's even less parking.
Yeah.
Because people who live in those condos don't want to pay the $200-$300 a month for a garage spot.
Right.
So they're battling for all those street spots and unexpected traffic and parking downtown. Just boo.
Huge bummer. Although I will say we've never experienced the type of traffic that I've heard about and seen on the internet in China.
Yeah, well, you know what?
That's
a bummer too, but I'm glad I'm not experiencing that. I don't need to go to China.
That's crazy.
That traffic is enough to keep me away.
Can you imagine getting stuck in traffic for days? Not just like an hour. Days. Oh my God.
Like, what kind of dumbass do you have to be to go to the spot that you know is going to be that big of a traffic jam? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. All right, sir.
All right.
It's your pick.
Oh,
Final pick.
crap. Wait, I wasn't ready. Hold on. Let me look at my list.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
I gave you nothing but gold today, folks. These are great bummers.
Okay. Oh, man.
Fucking bummers, man.
I've got a twofer here because...
A twofer?
It's a twofer.
How are you going to draft two things with one spot?
It's when you accidentally spill your drink or food. And let me explain this. It can go two ways, okay? You can be... It's that day where you're lazing on the couch. You're just lazy. You don't want to move a whole lot. You've got a drink, and you move your foot a little bit. It's hanging off the couch. You move your foot, and you just knock your drink over.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
That's a bummer. Or you just buy a milkshake, and let's say you're sharing it with your wife. You know, this may have happened to me. And you go to hand it to her, and she doesn't like the transfer of the milkshake doesn't quite work out, and it just plop spills on the ground, milkshake everywhere, day ruined. And it's like a full milkshake, or like any food.
Is this coming from experience?
This is coming from experience.
Wow, bro.
I know. I fumbled the milkshake out of Allison's hand. I didn't connect it to her hand properly, and she didn't receive it properly. Most of the blame lays on me. I was in control of the ball, right? Oh my God. Or like you're eating a hot dog and the hot dog slips out of the bun, and now you're just left with bun and a hot dog on the ground. Oh my God.
See, I didn't even think that. I don't know. I was thinking in my head what other foods that could be done with, and I don't know that the hot dog's actually possible.
You don't think so?
No, like think about it. The way you hold a hot dog, the hot dog is squished between the bun and you're holding the bun. It's not like loosey-goosey inside the bun.
I've had some slippery dogs, my man.
I don't know, man. I think we would have to like test that. That might be something to put on a social media, like hot dog slippage taste test within a bun.
We're doing it.
I don't know. That's a really awkward title, but we'll figure it out. Because I don't think you're going to get a lot of slippage. Now, dropping food on the ground, licking an ice cream cone. I could see ice cream like toppling off a cone. I've seen that happen in Disney.
That sucks.
That's soul crushing. That is definitely a bummer.
I've had that happen.
That's a bummer. The hot dog thing, I've seen that in shows, but I don't know.
Dude, this is another variation of it. I was down in SF last summer. Alice and I took a road trip down there. It's great. It's fantastic. But you know where we went? We went to Fisherman's Wharf.
Okay.
Overrated. Have you been there?
No, but we're going this summer, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, because we're going to Eugene for World Championships.
Oh, hell yeah. And so you're just going to go down to San Francisco?
Yeah, we have a couple days in between competitions, so we're going to drive down the coast.
Nice. Well, I love San Francisco. It's one of my favorite cities. Fisherman's Wharf, you know what? Pike's Place is better. I'm sorry. Fisherman's Wharf is just a little bit touristy.
Dude, I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah, you should. You need to at least see it. Anyway, I grabbed a beer. We were having a beer. It was a windy day. And the wind straight up, like, sucked the beer out of my can and sprayed it all over me. And I was wet with beer. It was like a wind vortex. It just, like, sucked it out of my can, man. How does that happen?
Dude, the weather assaulted you.
It did. So I was covered in beer for the rest of the day.
That is such a bummer.
Yeah. And SF is not an easy city. Like it's very walkable, but there's a lot of hills. So I'm walking up these hills, sweating, covered in beer.
Golly.
Yeah. So
wow, that would be the worst.
Yeah.
That would be the worst.
Yeah, and then you don't even get to finish your beer.
No.
You know, I think I threw it away in anger.
Weather finished the beer for you.
Yeah.
Finished it on you. Jesus.
Wow.
Wow, that's a full draft. Those are a lot of bummers.
Yeah, that is a lot of bummers.
Oh, golly. But I mean,
I
think I got the better bummer team.
I don't know. Man, this music is hyping me up. Ben, are you ready?
Dude, I'm shaking off the cobwebs on the old fingies, but I'm feeling pretty ready. I'm feeling pretty loose.
I've been doing finger yoga lately.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been doing finger push-ups.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going to be more important for pulling the trigger?
My fingers just flexed. You ready for this shootout?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Who goes first in this jam? Power of choice. You have the power of choice. You picked to go first, so that means you have to lead this shit.
I'm doing it. Let's go. All right. Listen, y'all. Hey, forgetting something at the store, whether you purchased it or not, blows. Okay? It sucks. And you know what? It sucks worse than a recurring paid off bill, because then it could ruin your whole day or days of actually doing things afterwards.
Your recurring paid off bill is definitely a bigger bummer, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you already don't have a lot of money as it is. Like maybe you thought you paid off that bill with a Christmas bonus, and then all of a sudden, wham, you get hit with another thing, and you're like, dang it, I didn't even have enough to get the food that I left at the grocery store, let alone pay this recurring bill. So that's a check for me. But not having all the ingredients for a recipe, yo, that is a bummer. And difficulty purchasing, yeah, I'll say like that's a pretty good matchup head to head. Like one could go either way, but sometimes you have difficulty purchasing ingredients for certain recipes.
Yeah, sometimes like certain stores don't even have them.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like that. So finding curry paste in Kirksville, Missouri, not easy.
Oof.
You have to drive an hour and a half to get curry paste. Well, listen, I don't know. I mean, going through a heat wave without AC sucks, but honestly, I'm going to say that your favorite musician coming out with a lackluster album is just disappointing. Good God. Listen, you can tough it through a heat wave, all right? If you are strategic, you can tough it, all right? But that album that is a disappointment is always going to be a disappointment. It's always going to be a bummer. Never not going to be, right? And you're always going to look upon that artist and just be disappointed.
Dude, heat waves without AC change lives. You got a heat pump in your house because the last heat wave was so bad.
I did.
Yeah.
But I could have toughed it.
That shit was a bummer.
It was a bummer.
But unexpected traffic, definitely worse than an accidental food spill. The food spill, drink spill, you can get more. You can't buy your way out of traffic.
You can't. Although you can take an exit on the highway that you weren't expecting to take.
Yeah, but most of the time you hit more traffic because other dumbasses have done that. And then you're at the whim of stoplights in 30-mile-an-hour residential ways.
That is very true. But you know what? I really do think that buying something you're looking forward to and then spilling it on the ground is worse. Just because it's like you get your mouth starts watering, you get the anticipation of putting it in your mouth and enjoying it, and then it's gone.
Dude, I don't know,
then
man.
It's fucking gone.
This is a good head-to-head because I think the unexpected traffic is similar. You have the same visceral emotion, like you're on a mission to go somewhere. What if this is Harold and Kumar go to White Castle and you're trying to get to White Castle and then bam, you hit that traffic. You're already salivating.
Mm-hmm.
You were about to have that same experience with what you've just spilled, but you haven't even gotten it yet.
Let me ask you a question. After you're done with the traffic and you get to the place, do you forget about the traffic or does it still linger?
Oh, no, it lingers. See, that's the thing with traffic. Because have you ever gone somewhere and the traffic's not bad, but you're looking at the traffic on your way back and it's awful?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You have traffic PTSD.
Oh, my God.
And you're going to hit traffic a lot more than you're going to accidentally spill your food. And that's what makes traffic just extra bummery.
But that's also what makes spilling your food special. A special kind of bummer. A unique, once-in-a-lifetime bummer sometimes.
The draft wasn't the most unique bummers. It was, man, what are the biggest bummers?
When the hot dog slips out of the bun.
That does not happen.
If the hot dog is lubed up enough.
What are you lubing? No.
Can we do...
We're going to test this.
Can we do really quick the special mentions, the honorary mentions?
Dude, we're so long on time. We're almost 45 minutes.
Oh, God. Well, really...
What's your number one mention?
My number one is when a musician stops making music. My favorite musician got Me Too'd. And so there...
Damn, that sucks.
Listen, I don't think... I'm not going to... I don't disagree with what happened. I'm just saying, like, you know, I liked the music they made.
I could piggyback that and make it just a bigger umbrella just when any content creator kind of hangs it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Or any influential creator hangs it up. Yeah, that's definitely a bummer as well. Y'all, thanks for sticking with us. We know this was a pretty long one. This was like twice the length of a normal draft snack, 45 minutes. But can you really complain with more content?
No, you can't. And that's why next time you will listen to us once again, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll be back. You will be back. Because how can you resist? These draft snacks are great. This is awesome.
Yes. Hey, y'all, listen, we really appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around. You can email us if you have a question, concern, or would like to give us an idea. And you can hit us up on the social medias at Instagram at Mount Draftmore or Twitter at Draftmore? ?
Yeah. I don't ever deal with the Twitter. I'm not going to lie.
That's Matt's department.
I know that Instagram is Mount Draftmore, so whatever. Do that or the email. Hey, like, email us about anything. Email us about dumb shit so that we can just read something. At this point, we don't care. Like, even if it has nothing to do with the show and you can just tell us funny stuff about you, hey, we'll do it. That's awesome.
Even if you just want to tell us about your day, and then we'll read it on the air.
Yeah, or ad ideas. Come on, if you haven't figured it out, all our ads are made in-house. Like, we spend a lot of time kind of doing that, so...
That's right.
Anything you got for us, we'll take it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you here next week, and we'll see you in a couple days for the big draft. So, until then, peace out.